Welcome to the Troy Kearns podcast. We discuss real estate investing, entrepreneurship, and business to help you retire and become financially free. Make sure you share this podcast with someone who could benefit from it and leave us a 5-star review. It truly helps me out. This show will mentor you towards financial freedom. If I can do it, so can you.
Today in the studio, I've got one of my favorite top students from Honduras, Immer Meza.
That's impressive. You know my middle name.
Yeah, I remember, right? Yeah. So Immer Meza. I've had the pleasure of coaching Immer for a couple years now. We met. You joined the program. You thought I was going to rip you off.
Yep.
And I didn't.
Yep.
So not yet. I'm still working. It's a long game. So tell me about what you do. How'd you get to the United States? Tell me a little bit about your story.
Okay. So I moved to the United States back in 2000. I was 18. Okay. My dad moved here first. Okay. There was a bad hurricane that happened in Honduras, Hurricane Mitch, back in 1998, and my dad was able to come here, and he started working here, and then he brought all of us, like one at a time, through the process and all that. And that's how I ended up over here.
So you guys came here with your father.
Yep.
He was working. He got a job here.
Yeah.
What did he do for work?
So I think he was just randomly working whatever at the time.
Just randomly.
Whatever was available. I think he was working for some construction outfit in Wichita, Kansas.
Okay.
That's where I first came to. It was Wichita, Kansas.
Wichita.
Yep.
So now you're a union carpenter.
Yep.
What's the union? Give a shout out to the union. What's that name of the union? Or it's like, you guys are like 501 or 283?
Yeah, so union carpenter, I'm in the carpenters, and they got all these different unions, laborers, operators, plumbers, you name it. Everybody wants to be union. So I'm happy to be a carpenter.
Okay.
So that's just my union, and I've been there for 22 years now.
22 years.
22 years at the union carpenters. I've also been working for the same company for over 24 years.
So this is the only job you've had, if I did my math correctly.
This is the only job I had since I moved to the United States. Well, I did work for this one guy, some tire shop. Yeah, some Chinese.
That was for like a month, and then you got this job.
Yeah, I got this job and never left.
So, like, what attracted you to that job, that career field? I mean, like, were you good with your hands at 18? I mean, were you learning stuff, or?
This one was just a straight construction job, labor, do whatever, and it was paying, I think, like $14 at the time.
Okay.
Over in Wichita, and then there was an opportunity to transfer to Kansas City, where the pay was a little more.
Okay.
It was around $18 an hour back then.
Back then?
Yeah, back in 2000.
What are you making now?
Around $45 an hour.
$45 an hour. That's good pay.
It's really good pay, good benefits, good retirement plan, as long as there's more carpenters behind me to support our retirement plan.
Is there more carpenters behind you?
Oh yeah, there's plenty of people joining.
How many in the union? Because the United States is kind of going through like a transition of people. A lot of Latino people right now. How many people in the union, in the carpenters union, are Latino?
I have no idea.
Can you guess?
No.
Like in your that work with you every day.
So actually, that's for me. I can't even answer that question because on my group of my company, what I do, I'm the only carpenter, and it's not even.
So 100%.
Yeah, 100% on that field. Yeah.
Okay, so you've been working there. Now, what's a typical day for you at the union?
So it has changed a lot in the last 10 years. Because so the first 14 years that I worked for this company, it was more like heavy labor. We were doing like deep foundations for big buildings. Some of these casinos are in Kansas City, the levee here, the Kansas City, and all kind of different. It was more heavy labor every day. 10 years ago, this company got into this new technology, which is sewer rehabs, and they do everything from above ground. And the opportunity came up and asked me if I wanted to learn that field, and I did. So you don't have to be a carpenter to be there, but since I was already a carpenter, I just stayed a carpenter.
So do you actually do any carpentry?
No, not for my company. So what I do now is I actually do sewer inspections. That's what I do.
Okay.
So
That would have thrown me off when
Yeah.
you say you're the
So,
carpenters union.
like this whole
What do you specialize in the carpenters union?
Yeah.
Sewer inspections.
Yeah. So that's what I do for this company. And like this whole streetcar over here on Main Street.
Yeah.
Like even this building before you bought it, I've been in this building in the basement checking out the sewers and all that.
So you run the cameras down.
Yeah.
And you guys suck things out of the sewer too.
We'll clean them up if they need to. And so we do sewer inspections.
So you're in the streets all day.
Oh yeah. I'm just running around.
Yeah, because I've seen those guys. They're like in the sewers, looking in them.
Yeah.
So what do you guys do with the sewers?
So it's like maintenance related.
Uh-huh.
So we do inspection with these robots. There are robots in there, and we videotape them.
What do you find down there?
Shit.
Well, that's true. I mean, do you find anything else?
No, it just like
How big's a sewer line?
it all depends. You go from 8, 10, 12, 18. We do the main lines. We don't
So
mess
how big's the
around.
main line?
It depends. Like here in street on Main Street,
Yeah.
it's a 36 inch, 48 inch. There's a 60 inch down the street. Big mains.
Where's it dump into?
Down to the sewer plant.
Okay.
So
Cool.
treatment plant, whatever they call it. That's where they convert
So-
into water and then whatever.
Then we
goes.
drink it.
That or down the river.
Okay, cool. So you do that every day. So what got you interested in real estate before you came along to me? Because you told me before you met me, you'd been thinking about doing it for a while.
So even I've been working for this company for this long. I always done side jobs like myself, like the handy guy.
Mm-hmm.
So you need a little repair. That people would call me, all my neighbors, not to call him or he'll fix it for you.
Yeah.
And I always been wanting to do a flip. I
Yeah.
always have watched videos and never had the money.
Yeah.
But I finally got in the position where I had enough equity on my house and I started the HELOC process. So that's how I started. But
Okay.
I never would have bought a property, I don't think, if I didn't join the program. I'd still be sitting on that money.
Yeah. It's hard, right? Because like nobody's different. Everybody is scared. You've worked your whole life, 20 years. And you're like, the number one thing, remember I asked you this in our first video, I said, are you worried about me ripping you off? And you go, absolutely.
Absolutely, yes.
Yes. And then number two is, are you worried about losing money? And now, and I remember, like, I'm like, well, this guy, he's good at fixing stuff. The first property, I'm like, it's like the foundation. I'm like, you can fix this. And you're like, no. I'm like, oh, he's scared.
Oh, yeah.
And so then we found a property together. You found one, a for sale by owner on Bales Avenue,
Yep.
if I remember correctly.
Over here by this Kansas City Zoo, just not too far away from here.
And you paid $45,000 for it.
Yep.
You put 45 into it, and you made about $72,000, right?
Yep, that's correct.
Is that correct?
That's correct. And back to that property, the only reason I found that property is when I joined the program, you right away got me into getting the wholesaler list and all that. And it was a wholesaler that went and looked at a property across the street, and that one had a for sale by owner. So again, because of the same circle joining the program, that's how I ended up on Bells.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I never would have went there.
And then you bought that property. Like, when you made that kind of money, like, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, it was pretty like it was excited. It was very, very excited.
So now the problem is we got to get you buying. So have you filed your taxes with Mark Sherman yet?
No, not yet. I was
Oh boy, you're paying too much in taxes. I already know.
Well, the first year I didn't have no rentals or anything, and everything was profit.
Yeah.
So I did end up paying. I think that my tax guy got it down like I think I paid like 22,000.
Yeah.
Out of that 72.
You need to be buying rentals.
I already bought my first one, and
Okay.
and if you want to talk about that right now, I got my next one ready.
Let's go.
Yeah.
What you got?
So I got another rental I just purchased last week.
Good, because that's really what's going to make you the money. Everybody thinks that's flipping, and you can get addicted because that flipping is exciting.
Well, it was addicted because I got the first one, the Bells, and then the one next door.
Yep.
And that was good. The profit.
you only made 26 on that
Yeah,
one.
and, yeah, it was good. And then the one in Independence that you put in the group for grabs, and that was a big project. And but I got it done. I made money. I made like 55,000 on that one.
55,000 on that
Yep.
one.
And then my first rentals, also in Independence, over in McCoy Street.
Okay.
And I got that one from.
Yeah, I think we sold you that one
Yeah,
too.
you guys sold me that one.
Yeah.
So that was my first rental. So the numbers on that one, I actually my refi just cleared the close for next week. So the numbers on that one is I'm 125 all in,
Okay.
and I'm refinancing for 150. So I'm gonna put like 20 grand in my pocket. And
Tax free.
Yep. And the house already rented. It rented with the first week.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So that one I'm gonna cash flow about around 300
Okay.
a month,
Perfect.
which interests are high right now, but
My only recommendation is pay down debt. Just
Yeah.
pay down the debt. You know what I mean? Keep buying them.
so that one I keep telling people, and correct me if I'm wrong, but so I'm all 125 all in, and I'm getting my whole investment back.
Yeah.
I own the property, and the house is worth almost 200,000. That's what it came back on the appraisal. And I put in 20 in my pocket, and I got zero money out of my pocket on the deal. Now it's done.
Well, you actually have 20 into your
On my
pocket.
pocket, yes.
So, yeah, I mean, that's fine. I think it's a good deal. I think that you continue to do it. I think that do that, get yourself 4 or 5 rentals, and then start paying down debt.
Yeah.
I think it's very important to pay down debt or to buy the houses for cash and use a line of credit versus and keep your money in the deal and then have access to the capital.
Yeah.
You know what I mean by that? So next time, don't do a HELOC. Don't do a refi. Do a HELOC instead.
I try to do that, but it's complicated for some reason, and because I for some reason it didn't work on that one.
Well, it doesn't work. Hey, listen, you're getting started. So how many flips are you going to be doing this year?
So I was planning on doing 2 flips and 1 rental, but the property I just purchased last week, that one was a rental. Purchase price was 65. I should be able to get it rent ready for 40.
Okay.
So and then carrying costs, all that. I'm saying 120 all in.
Okay.
And it should rent for $1,500
Okay.
a month. So that one I just also want to just even if I don't put money in my pocket on that one, but if I can own the property and refi and cash flow and
Did you pay cash for it?
No. Well,
Okay,
This one I use private money.
Oh, you did. What kind of private money? Like hard money?
No, a person.
Okay, a person you know.
Yeah.
Perfect. So you're already doing private money.
Yeah.
Good for you.
That's my first one. So I offered them 1% origination fee and 10%,
Good for you.
and I guarantee them 6 months. That way they know how much they're going to make.
Look at you becoming
So-
the businessman.
So this one the person wanted to invest 75,000. So she invested 75,000. I only paid 65. So I'm actually got 10,000 back to start working on the rehab.
Perfect.
Yeah. And then the rest of the rehab, I'm going to fund it from my money I'm going to get from McCoy. So it'll be zero interest on the rehab.
Awesome. So you're getting, but the more important thing than that, let's just play the game. Even if you don't make as much money in the rentals as you want to, you're still going to offset that taxes.
Yes.
So if you offset the taxes and you take the $22,000 that you paid this year and you get it down to zero,
Yeah.
then those rentals actually make money
Yes.
because then you're not paying taxes.
So the 2 flips I did last year, the 55,000 and the bells too, I shouldn't pay no taxes because I bought the McCoy house last year.
Yeah.
So it was the 70,000 purchase price. So I spent I spent like 90,000 last year. So my taxes should be zero last year.
Yeah, just make sure you get with Mark Sherman. I'm telling you, that's like the best move that you have to make right now.
Okay.
So before, I don't try to drill into anything like if I'm not 100% certain about it.
Yeah.
But like there's 2 things. Number 1, you need to be writing off your business, like your car, your truck, your home office, anything that you're doing, any tickets that you're spent, any money that you're
So the person that I'm using, which I call my accountant, my tax person, he's doing all that for me.
I understand, but Mark is like the best. And I'm
Okay.
telling you, I don't get any money from him. I don't get anything from him, but he is better than anybody else that you'll ever talk to. Devin was the same way. Devin was like you. I'm like, bro, just listen to me. This is what you pay me for. And I'm telling you, you might have a great guy, but you should always get a second opinion. It's like heart surgery. You know, you're not going to go because, oh, this guy's great. You're going to go get a second opinion.
Right.
So my recommendation is get a second opinion. It doesn't cost you anything.
Yep.
Have your guy look at it. Have this guy look at it. Okay? It's like, don't go just because you might like your guy. Everybody like, dude, I loved my accountants until I found
Well, it's the trust that you have already with this guy. And but I understand. I mean, that's why you coaching me and you recommending somebody else. So the way I'm running right now, so I got my first one is my business is the one that buys the properties, and I have my other business is the one that does the rehab. Mm-hmm. So I got two different businesses.
Smart.
Yeah. So I got Meza Real Estate Holdings. That's the properties. That's the properties going that name. And then I got Rejuvenate Homes. That's the one that does the flips. But I also have my full-time job, so I also have a W-2 coming in.
Yeah, those taxes are going to be pretty hard to avoid.
Yeah.
You're making a lot of money from the job as well. And you said you're committed to working the next 8 years.
That is the plan, unless something dramatically change. Because
what would dramatically change?
Well, I will have to have $1 million in the bank.
You have to have $1 million
in the bank because if I got 22 years into the carpenters, if I quit now, I have to wait until I'm like 65 to touch that money. Plus, I have to take 5% cut for each year that I retire early. So I will lose 40% of my retirement.
Oh yeah, that sucks. They got you by the balls.
Yeah, they got
you by the
yeah,
waves.
it's like you have to stay.
Oh man, can you work like part time?
I could. I might wait a couple more years and see how big I can get, because I could make my business union and maybe I'd be the only employee.
Ooh, now you're thinking. I like the way you're thinking.
That way I can still put into my retirement. So whatever this company puts for me, I just have to do more flips to make sure I can pay in, but I don't lose my time. You
could even call it Mesa Union flipping.
Yeah, I just have to be union. I just got to do the rules and all that.
You already thought about that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I've been thinking about it. Because that'd be the only way.
So the only reason that you're really sticking with it is because the penalties of leaving are so extreme.
So extreme
that like you'd be so pissed off at yourself.
Yeah.
Because the retirement's going to be good. How much do you think it's going to pay you?
It's going to be around $5,000
a month.
A month, yeah.
Passive income. Yep. So if you left, it'd be like down to $2,000.
Yeah, maybe if that. Because they're not going to. So it will be prorated for what I have now. Right now I have around 3,800.
Okay.
So if I stay 8 more years, I'll be around 5,000. If I leave now, it'll probably cut it on half. Easy.
Yeah, because that's lifetime retirement, right?
Yeah.
Until you die.
Until I die. And I already got it all figured out. So once I retire, I want real estate to support my living, and that retirement, if it's there, it can just come in and it can just go to a separate.
So once you retire, you're just gonna kick your feet up and go to the beach?
No.
Yeah.
I want to keep flipping houses and keep my rentals.
So tell me about you got 2 kids, one grandkid.
Yep.
You started really young.
I did.
Right. First one at 18.
19.
Yeah. Second one at
23.
23.
Yeah, 5 years.
So okay, what's next on on the list in terms of this year? So you got to get 2 rentals.
Okay, so I just bought a property last week. By the way, somebody from the program.
Good.
So it's just like in-house again.
Yeah.
It's like great. Why?
Well, but people don't raise their hand. Like you take action.
Yeah. Like
a lot of people just like.
I heard somebody was talking about it, and I called the person directly, Jeff. I called Jeff, said, "Hey, what do you do?"
Yeah, he told me about that.
Yeah, I said, "What do you do with the house?" He's like, "What, you want it?" I said, "Yeah, I want it." I bought it.
Yeah, he makes $10,000 on the wholesale fee.
Yeah.
You get a deal. Everybody wins.
Yeah, the 65 is the house is. If I want to flip it, I could. It's 170 all day on that house.
Really?
But now, since I got the first rental, and it kind of worked out so easy, That one, another rental. I don't even know if I want to flip. I could.
No, you need to flip because you need the money to buy more rentals. Trust
But
me.
I understand, but if I can be using the money and still finish the project and have no money in the deal and cash flow.
But you want to, the key thing to getting rich is to pay down the debt. That's what I'm saying. So if you flip and you pay down the debt to nothing, then how much does it cash flow?
The whole thing. I have another one under contract that I've been working on it since November. That one, the plan is to flip it because that one has like 130,000 spread. Oh yeah, it's nice.
Where'd you find that one?
For sale by owner.
Good. You called it?
I called it. This guy's been working with wholesalers and investors, but nobody wanted to wait too long. And like I said, I've been working with this guy since November.
Patience. It's the key.
And people was lying to him. I met the guy. He met my wife. He really likes me. And I go again to what you always said. If they like you, they're gonna do whatever. So it's him and two more sisters. They inherited the house, and he likes me. So he said, I'm not selling it to nobody else but you.
Yeah, because he's had everybody jerk him around.
Yeah.
And you're being real with him.
I'm being real with him.
You're being patient.
I got my other deal, so this one's gonna be like a plus.
Yeah.
So this is the one I'm not sure if I want to flip it.
No, you have to flip it.
Because I already have somebody that wants to rent it, and I can cash flow.
No. Flip it.
Flip it?
If you're gonna make 120.
Well, I don't know. I probably will make 120.
If you're gonna make 100.
No, I'm gonna
make it 80.
Possibly 80.
If you're gonna make anything north of
conservative 60.
If you make north of 50, flip it.
Okay, 100% north of 50.
Yeah, because what I would like to see you do is take that 50 and then go pay down debt.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
No, I understand 100% because here's my thinking too. When I retire, so my property, my own house that we are flipping because we redoing everything because I want to have like a new looking house, and I already have the money from real estate. So
plus your wife deserves it.
Oh yeah, absolutely, 100%. That's why I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Because we're gonna be there for like 8 more years. That's the plan. My payoff on this house is only $50,000, so I'm gonna have this house paid off the next couple of years.
Yeah.
So
probably sooner than that if you wanted to.
If I want to, but
there's no point though. With the primary, to be honest with you, the primary, I'd rather have lots of debt.
Yeah. Well, in that one right now, as you said, because I refi like 5 years ago, I did a 10-year note, and I made my monthly payment. I sent $300 a month extra, and my interest rate is only 2.5%. So it's like $1,300 that's going to principal every month. So it's just
you're just
knocking it out.
You're nuking
I'm just knocking it out. So tell me if you agree with this. This is my plan. So when I sell the house, whatever cash is probably going to be around $450. It's going to be all mine. So with those $450, I want to buy minimum 3 rentals, where it'll be 100% cash flow. And with that cash flow, let's say minimum 3 properties will pay for the mortgage on my new house.
I love that idea.
That's my idea. That's what
I love that idea.
So what I wanted to do first, before real estate.
Are you going to build a house?
I'm going to build one, yes.
Yeah.
But the plan was take the $450, build a new one, and be mortgage free. But now since I'm in real estate, I was like, okay, I can take those $450, buy the 3 rentals, have those 3 rentals, pay for my new one.
Yeah, I think when you're investing in real estate, your primary, like you and I are very much the same. I like to pay off debt. Okay? And so like I'm always going to, even if I have a mortgage, I'm trying to pay it off.
Yeah.
But on your primary, it's okay to have a mortgage. On your rentals, I would say I don't want a mortgage. Now, when you're growing, it's okay to have a mortgage because they're more beneficial to you for tax benefits than they are for the cash flow, to be honest with you, as long as you keep flipping.
So did I make a mistake in putting the 20 on my pocket? Should I done less on the refi for next time? Done less on the refi?
I would have looked at the cash flow, and I would have seen if the cash flow is, if it was $100, to take 20 grand out, I would have taken the 20 grand out. But if it would have made it $500 in cash flow, I would have kept the 20.
It would have been around, actually less than 100. About
Then I would have taken the 20.
yeah. So I took the 20 because that way I can use that 20 on a.
Yeah, no, I don't think you made a mistake there.
Yeah.
Like I'm saying, my thinking would be just continue to do what you're doing, but try to keep as many rentals as you can with cash.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Now, unless you need the tax incentives, try to buy them with cash.
Okay.
Like buy those cheapies, those little cheapies, the ones I sent you. Don't buy the nice. You're buying nicer rentals than I probably have.
Well, the thing is, I don't know if I'm ready to do the cheapy ones yet.
Oh, you're ready, dude.
Because
you are freaking ready. You are ready, dude.
Some of these areas are just freaking.
Don't put your nose in the air.
Okay.
Well, listen, it's your people. They're gonna be like your types of people, so there's nothing to worry about at all. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna rent to your people. They're gonna be Hispanic. It doesn't matter the area. You'll put an ad in the whatever. What's the local Hispanic magazine around here? La Pulga.
Yeah, La Pulga.
La Pulga.
Oh, first Facebook Marketplace has a bunch of different ones.
So you rent it out to your.
I'm not a member of any of them, but I'm only a member to this group. I'm like I don't like social media a lot.
Yeah, no, it's kind of the bane of my existence sometimes, but we just did it for whatever reason. But I think that you just keep buying those rental properties, try to pay as many of them in cash as possible in those rough areas. Okay, you'll have a bulletproof rental portfolio. You want to have a bulletproof rental portfolio.
I want to have 20 minimum.
But it's in 8 years.
In 8 years.
I think you can do more.
Well, the thing is, I probably could, but
Don't sell yourself short.
I'm still working, and this is no excuses. It is what it is.
It is.
Yeah, but I am running this after work.
Tony Pfeiffer, by the way, was working full time. He's 24, and
if I was 24, but different story with a different situation.
he had more energy, right?
I don't think energy. No, I got plenty of energy.
I'm just messing. So, I think 20 rentals is a good go, but I think you could do more. You're a different breed, so I think that you could probably get to 40. I think that.
I'm saying until I retire, I don't want to stop. I want to keep going.
So, how many flips this year?
Well, you already said I got to do that one, so that'll be my first one. Minimum one more. 3?
I think you should do 3.
Okay.
Because if you do 3, and let's say you make 50 on each one, that's an extra 150. You can at least buy 1 or 2 rentals, at least one for cash and another one. You'll get there faster because you're going to have 2 rentals, you said, right?
Yeah, this next one that we're going to start demo next week, that's a rental. I'm keeping that one as a rental.
And you have McCoy and you have this one. And then if you buy one more rental.
And the one I'm purchasing hopefully next week. So you saying if I'm going to make more than 50, flip it.
Flip it. Flip that one and then go buy another rental for cash.
And
then flip another one.
So
right after you flip that one that you're doing, buy a rental for cash.
You know that I also forgot to mention the one that I'm supposed to close tomorrow, but these people they're old, they're having trouble with signing or whatever. That one purchase price was $120. I scoped the sewer. There were some issues, so I was able to bring them down $10,000. So I'm down to $110.
That's right. It works out good, right?
Yep.
You got to replace the sewer?
I'm gonna have to do a repair. If I flip it, I have to do a repair. It's gonna be around 10 grand. So at least it's not gonna come out of my budget because I was able to bring the price down.
Good.
Even though I waive inspections, but again, he likes me. He let me in, and he was gonna do whatever to close the deal and not go back to the market for sale by order. Now that one also I'm doing private money. Another person.
Look at Immer, dude.
120,000, same terms, 1% initiation fee.
And you set the terms, didn't you?
I brought them the opportunity.
That's good. You've been paying attention.
Yes.
That's right.
I pay attention. I join almost every meeting. I stay in the sidelines, but I'm listening.
That's good. That's good.
Listen.
Well, yeah, then you definitely need to have 40 rentals. And you definitely need to do at least add 2 more rentals, not the one you're talking about. Get rid of, and do at least 3 flips this year. You can do it. You're very capable. You have the network too. You have a really good network.
I actually have guys that keep calling me and ask me, hey, because I got some guys that ask me, they're asking for an opportunity for me to give them, but it's hard to trust people sometimes.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I want to be able to manage so many projects at once and my full-time job, and I won't.
Remember, you got to start that new company.
Yeah.
Mesa Union.
Yeah, I do. I do.
So, all right. So for anybody listening that's thinking about looking for a mentorship program, what would you tell them? Do you think we got a good one?
Absolutely. 100%.
Are we flim-flam?
Nope.
We lying?
Nope.
Cheating? Stealing?
Having cheat me, having steal from me, and it's great.
Are you excited for the mastermind this weekend?
Yeah, it's great.
All right, well, cool, man. Well, I appreciate you coming on. Guys, if you're interested in investing in real estate, if you're interested in getting started, I can tell you that Immer's story is one of those very cool stories that we get to share. He's first generation from Honduras, and he's making it happen, and he's doing it all by himself. He's just in part of a community, and he's actually decided to take action. A lot of people don't take action. We have people join the program all the time, and they're like hiding in the background and not doing anything. You got to take action. You got to do something. If you do, take action right now. Make sure you give us a 5-star review. Subscribe to this channel. We'll check out on the next one. Peace. Man, I am so happy that you turned in to the Millionaire Mentorship Podcast. It's something that I've been working on for over 3 years right now. We're up to 150 podcast episodes. A lot of them are virtual. A lot of them are in studio, which is what we prefer. If you have a guest that you think that should be on our podcast, all you got to do is comment who it is, and we'll reach out to them. Or if you want to reach out to them and reach out to us, we'd love to have them on a show. We're looking for entertaining, inspirational people that, just like you hear on the podcast every week, that can bring value and help our listening audience achieve their goals. If that's something for you, comment down below and let us know.